Hi, this is Everett's Watercolors. Welcome back to my classroom. Now, this is a continuation of part 2 of my presentation on masking. And today it answers a question about how to use the Frisket film. And I have a little demo of applying the Frisket film and then do a little small painting exercise and then also show you how to take it off. So this should hopefully will show you how to use Frisket film and how effective and how important it is to use it sometimes. So let's go to my painting table and let's get started. Okay, this is a demonstration of masking using the Frisket film. I'm going to show you how I do that. Number one, let's see, I have a scene here of a tree line and a sky. And what I want to do is I want to mask out the trees or the sky so I can paint the dark trees in. I'm going to protect the sky color with white paper right now. What I do down here is I'm going to, with a pencil, I'm going to go in, I'm going to put a darker line than I normally would so you can see it. I get the outline of the subject. This is the sky, and of course these are trees below here. Now the next thing I do is I take the Frisket film, and what I do is I cut, rather than use the whole 9x12 sheet, I take a piece and cut it out with a pair of scissors of a little piece that I need. I don't need to use the whole sheet. So what I'll do is just take enough out of here to cover, I just want to cover a portion of this. This is just for demonstration. Just cover a portion of that. It will cover this section here. Now, one of the things I learned a couple years back from one of my students, the best way to take this Frisket film off, because it's very hard to open up the edges sometimes, what you do is you put a piece of tape on the front, and another piece of Scotch tape on the back. Keep it separated with your fingers, and then you take that both sides and pull, and that peels it off. You can see how it's coming apart with the tape, and you take that off. That's why I just wanted to get a small piece, because otherwise I'd have a large piece in my hand right now. Okay, and what I wanted to do, take this film and I want to place it over the area that I want to protect. So in this case, it's right up here. Then I press it down, cover that. Now my next step, now once I have it covered, I take an X-Acto knife, and this is an expandable one that's very sharp, and be careful. And then what I do is I cut along this line that I made. And we'll start up here, and the pressure you put on this is just enough to go through the tape. But with practice on this, you'll get the feel for it. But you'll want to cut the paper. You just press down hard enough to cut the film. Then the next thing now, the best way to take this off now, when you remove it, now I want to leave the top part on, because that's the part I want to leave white. The bottom part's the part I want to use for paint. So I go underneath an edge. Let's see, let's pick an edge right here. Underneath an edge with the X-Acto knife. Pick it up. Start to peel it back. And I work from the outside in. The outside is on the bottom. That's the outside. and move in toward the area that was cut. Let me get this back. I wanted to put that knife away. Don't need that any longer. You can see where I cut that. Just pull it off. It sticks on pretty good. It's a high tack, which means it will stay on very nicely. Okay, now what I'm going to do, that's the part that I want to save up there. And this part down here, I can save it because it's still good. It's still good film. I could put it back on where I took it off and save it. But I'm going to put it over here. What I'm going to do is try it. Now I'm going to take this shape and put it over here. And I'm going to play around with this as another part of the painting. So I'll put this over here now. In this case, I can paint the sky part, and then if this had been painted down here, I could have put the Frisket film on top of that to protect the paint I did, or I can leave it white. You see, I'm going to leave it white. So I'm going to paint two areas today. I'm going to paint the tree area, and I'm going to paint the sky area, just as a little exercise. So that's in place, and the next thing I do is I prepare my palette. And here I've got some fall colors, because this is a fall scene. So just going to pick up some nice fall colors here. And the nice thing about this is I can go right over top of that Frisket film. And I don't have to worry about getting into the sky color. And in this case here, I can leave some white paper down here in the tree area, for example. So now that I've protected the sky color, or the sky area, with the masking fluid here, and then painting the trees. Mix a little bit of sky color. Then over here I can go ahead and paint in the sky. Fluid, so I can paint the sky now over top of this area, and whatever was below, whatever is behind it is protected. What I've done here is I've protect the sky with the Frisket film here, and I painted some of the background trees. And over here I put the film over the tree area, and then I painted some of the sky. Now we let this dry now, because before you take the Frisket film on, let it dry, then we can finish the painting. Okay, it's dry enough now to show you how to take off the film. Basically, you find a corner or an edge. Here's one up here where the tape was, or you can use the X-Acto knife to find, or pry up the edge, and then find the edge, and then just pull it off. And what I do, so I save the paper for the film, is I take the piece that I had taken off and I put it right back on in place right where I took it off. And that way I can reuse that piece, or use that again on some other painting. So it's still very reusable. Okay, so I can reuse, and I can save the Frisket film. Don't have to throw it away. And you can see here the results. So, just show this one part here that they got pure white paper up there now, which I can go ahead and paint in the sky or whatever I want to do behind. Well, that was a great little exercise to show you how to apply the Frisket film. also to painting over top of it, and then also how to take it off. This is a good example of how a Frisket film can effectively save the whites of your painting, especially the larger areas. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can stay abreast of my next video, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.